1. Why Guatemala? Why Guatemala and Antigua? Well, I worked for more than 20 years in Latin America sales. I've traveled throughout the region from Mexico, Central, South America. In my experience, there are only a couple other cities that are really comparable to Antigua. That would be Cuenca, Ecuador, and San Miguel de Allende in Mexico. Although I think you'll find many similarities, I discounted both of those for practical reasons. Cuenca is not practical from a distance standpoint, at least for us. DFW to Quito is 5.5 hours, then another flight you have to take to go to Cuenca, which is another 45 minutes. San Miguel de Allende is beautiful, but it's super expensive in terms of housing if you want to be in the city center. And Antigua has a special place in my heart as it was a turning point in my life. I was at a point in my career where I wanted to transition to working in Latin America, but I didn't know the language. I was on a work trip one day on a flight and saw an article in American Way magazine about Spanish language schools in Antigua Guatemala. There are over 50 schools that teach Spanish in Antigua. That one little article set my career on a new course as I went to live there for 3 months, learn the language, and live with a local family. Now, more than 20 years later, I'm coming full circle with a dream that was planted a long time ago. I've been there on multiple occasions since then, primarily for work, but also for pleasure. Our oldest daughter, Laura, also went there a couple of summers ago to study Spanish and volunteer in an orphanage there as well. Guatemala has a population of around 17 million, with another 1.5 million living in the U.S. It's one of the poorest countries in Latin America. Spanish is the official language, but there are over 25 indigenous dialects spoken there as well. Antigua has a population of around 50,000 people with 4 volcanoes surrounding the region. 30 are active and 37 in total are in the country. It was actually the capital of Guatemala until 1773, until a volcano destroyed it. So why would a U.S. citizen want to move to Guatemala when we have a record number of Guatemalan young people trying to cross our border every day? Not to make this a political video by any means, but we have many options as a U.S. citizen. Primarily, our dollars go a long way there, which plays to our advantage, which we'll discuss in detail in another video. Whereas the young people coming here have limited job possibilities there beyond agriculture and can earn in a couple of days in the U.S. what they would earn there in a month. So our criteria for making a move. Number 1 was location. Guatemala is basically the same distance from Dallas as if one is going from Dallas to Miami. A 2-hour, 45-minute flight, and you're in a completely different environment, culture, and pace of life. Number 2, the people. Guatemalans are some of the nicest, courteous, hardworking people you'll find. The Guatemalan children were so respectful, many praying before meals and kneeling before their cots at bedtime. Number 3, the lifestyle. Antigua has a cross between a hippie vibe and a traditional Guatemalan culture. All the streets are cobblestone. The city was declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1979. In addition, the temperature is around 70 to 75 degrees all year long. It's called the Eternal Spring. There are many Europeans and Americans and backpackers that go to Antigua. In addition, local women are dressed in traditional indigenous clothing. In addition to the 50-plus Spanish schools there, the primary tourist attractions there are the Palace, the Arch of Santa Catalina, and the Museum of Jade. In addition, the city has a rich history of artisans who work with tapestries, ceramic, gold, silver. There's tons of restaurants, Airbnbs, hostels, and hotels. Walk out of your living quarters and you walk anywhere. There's no need for a car. But Ubers and taxis are available.